Welcome to Declutter's Delight for Life, and I'd like to welcome you. Decluttering allows for inner peace. If you didn't wondering what I was doing, I was getting my peace rock. Yes, tonight's about peace, and I think it's a great topic because for a lot of us, there needs to be decluttering allows for inner peace because a lot of us sometimes haven't felt peace in our hearts or our souls or in our life because our lives have been tossed up so much in chaos that our inner peace seems to have been left somewhere in the background. And I'm here to hopefully bring you a little inner peace. Because I know for myself, dealing with anxiety disorders, or any of you guys out there dealing with, being fear, fear is the direct opposite of peace. And in order to conquer fear, you have to learn to have peace in your heart. And I'm going to say to you that if you can deal with your past, present, and future, you can learn to deal with your fears. And that's a biggie. I know for me in my past, dealing with my child sexual abuse and the thing of lack I have dealt with, that, I had a lot of fear of lack in my life. So I hoarded food, I hoarded stuff, I hoarded all sorts of stuff in my past in order to feel like I was, worth something and feel like I had to have a security blanket. And I don't have to have a security blanket anymore because I've cleared away a lot of my past and said, it's okay. I don't need so much stuff. That, life is a lot better without my stuff. I like my stuffed animals up there and around the house, and I love my books. But those are things I love. They hold dear in my heart, but they have meaning. And yeah, there's stuff I've let go that has a lot of meaning, but at the same time retaining what is truly what has meaning to me. But sometimes our past holds us back like an anchor on a ship. And, that anchor can be very difficult and hard. And in order to gain inner peace, we have to deal with that anchor. And sometimes that means sawing away at that anchor, and it can be a very difficult process. But when you start sawing away at it and facing that, whatever it is you're dealing with from your past, whether it be abuse or a fear of lack, or fear of not being good enough, or fear of dealing with difficulties in relationships, or fear of any number of things. And we all deal with fear of poverty or fear of death or fear of anything, and all those are the direct opposite of inner peace. And a lot of those fears are in our past, and a lot of them flow over into our present, into our future. And think about that. If you can let go of those things from your past, and then you think about that overflowing into your present, then it makes you wonder that our present moment can be a very precious thing, because we can't get back our past because the past is past. But we got this moment, like I'm talking to you right now, about peace, you know, peace of your soul, peace of your spirit, of your mind, of your physical body. Because, wearing that fear and not having that inner peace, is very wearing on your body. And for a lot of folks, it causes a lot of disease or compulsive eating, like me and myself, eating over my fears, or eating over things that I didn't want to deal with in my life. But when I started dealing with them and letting them go, my present got so much better, because a lot of us have to learn to live in the moment because we're so much learning to live in the past. You have to excuse me, you probably look a little different. I actually got some new eyeglasses after a few years, and believe me, it's quite nice. I can see a lot better. I can see you guys a lot better. I'm hoping you enjoy them, because I'm enjoying my new glasses, and it makes life a little easier when you can see better. And it's kind of like life. you have your glasses on backwards, you can't see well, but you turn them around and you got a good prescription, you can see quite well. That's kind of like a present moment. That if you got a good set of glasses on, you see your present moment clearly, and you realize, you know what, I can live in my present moment. That breeds peace. That brings peace in our soul, and peace breeds inner peace that we can take with us wherever we go. And that inner peace, those fears kind of, go away. They scat like a cat, you know. Cats get afraid. I have a saying, we have a choice, and don't get, hopefully you don't take this by offense, but I call it dragging in the dead cat. And it's kind of my saying, a way of saying, are you dragging in something you don't want? And it, it paints a picture that, do you really want that in your life? Because, and as far as I'm concerned, I don't want stuff like that in my life. I want something that will make me feel good, like my emotions. Like I talked about before, my emotions are like our national anthem. They make me feel good. Or like a bad country song. I don't feel good. And when they feel good, I have that peace in my heart and my soul. And then in the future, that we are what we attract into a life. There were two people that were today. One lady was dealing with difficulties, with some obesity issues, and was homeless, and she had a helper with her, and they didn't know where to go. I just gave her a couple things and directions. And we all can help somebody like that. You don't have to sit there and hold their hand, but if you know of things, or little things to help someone, you can give them a guide and give them a little peace, and it helps your soul, makes you feel a little better. Or a little kid I saw, I had a little bit of popcorn for my afternoon snack, and I gave him a little popcorn. The kid was just ecstatic. It's those little things of helping other people that also bring us joy and peace in our hearts too. And I come to you guys that when you breathe that inner peace in other folks, it brings peace back to you too. And if we were to talk about the future, what you do in your present moment also comes into your future. And when you come into your future, you have to realize that, what you've been attracting into your life in the present moment has a direct impact on your future and how that goes. Because when life has had its moments, when you've had difficulties in the present moment, you can realize to yourself, I typed up a list of dreams today, and I realized that by typing up a dreams list, or even writing down a dreams list and repeating those every day, that's a big thing to do for yourself. Or writing an I ams list, like I've said before, and those kind of things, because those things, give you something to shoot for and have goals. They give you more peace. They make you feel like life is worth living. And I know for myself that, when I have, like I said, peace in my soul and inner peace, it declutters a lot of stuff. To me, it's like cleaning up the mess. Or, I look at the heart as something, like silver. A silver, they used to open a heart and put a picture inside. Well, I look at it like it's a big silver picture, and it all tarnished. It's not been cleaned up. But when we clean things up in our heart and stuff, it's like cleaning that thing up, and there's a beautiful picture in there, and inside that's our soul. And when we're willing to clean that up, we breathe that peace, and that fear that was inside of that goes away. That ugly picture that was there is replaced with something beautiful. And I think for myself, when I see that, and I see where my future is going, and it's happening now in my present moment, I think it's great because we all have to be open to the universe, and also realize if we can just be who we are and not anything else other than who we are, because being truly who you are will attract people to be who you are. And I mean that in a positive sense. I don't mean evil, whatever you want to define evil as. At least I define evil as not, harming people, killing people, causing people harm, you know, you know, doing all sorts of things that harm folks. And that we have love, kindness, and compassion and heart for each other. And I look at, the simple things of like that. And if we can do that a lot, it goes for a lot of times for inner peace. And, not dragging in the dead cat, which is our past and all the negativity there. And that lets go of that negativity and not the inner peace of the past. You can have positive stuff from the past, but that's it. That's all it is the past. But our present moment is where things are at. That's where the real inner peace happens. It's living in the present moment that we can breathe that inner peace. And then our present future, that our present moment breeds our inner future because we attract into life what we want. And I don't mean anything about magic in that sense, because what we attract into our life are the people, the things, and the things we do, and our attitudes in life and our mindsets. Because, looking at all those factors, it doesn't matter which religion, it doesn't matter what your belief system are. It comes down to a lot of belief, persistence, and faith. And those are really common factors on whether or not you're going to have a great future and a lot of great inner peace. It's all up to you and your choices. I know that's hard for some folks to swallow, but we all have to live with our choices. But if we make the right choices, guess what we get? Peace. And, with that, I'd like you to leave you with to realize that if you can have peace about your past. You can have inner peace about your present moment. You can have inner peace about your future. And in all of that, if you really want to, you can believe that it will happen. And with that, I wish you a great Decluttering Delight for life. Have a great love, compassion, kindness, heart, peace, tranquility, hope, and let you be a light to another person in the world, not just yourself, because it's a great thing to do. And with that, blessings to you all.